Hi everybody. Today I want to talk a little bit about a particular aspect of avocado's bloom behavior, which is the off bloom. So, on the left, a picture of a regular bloom, basically the one in the spring, and on the right, a picture of the off bloom, which is one that doesn't occur in the spring. This is also called Flora Loca or crazy flower. But I prefer not to place all this behavior in a category of craziness because, in both cases, what grows are inflorescences capable of fruit set, and there's truly nothing crazy about that. Actually, you might remember these images of a spiral shoot from my previous video. But my point this time is to tell you that these flowers you see on the left were present in the fall season, and they end up producing a lot of fruit. I mentioned the spiral shoots because when I decided to follow the avocado shoots that displayed the crazy flower phenomena, turns out that almost 56% of the time they grew on spiral shoots, while the rest was distributed on regular shoot types. The thing is that from bud outgrowth, like on the upper left, until the observations of the crazy flower, only 6 months went by. So why is that an issue? You may have encountered the model that avocados, just like non-persistent trees, need to go through a period of cold, basically a winter, to develop the flowers of a regular bloom. These studies found day and night temperature combinations that were flower promoting and others that were against this process. So I color coded them. Blue or light blue are flower promoting days, and gray, yellow, or red are consecutive days with non promoting combinations. From left to right, you have the passing of time and the seasons that led to the observed crazy flower at the very end of the chart. The problem with the model that links cold for avocado flowers to develop is that in practice it's not able to explain the crazy flowers. Actually, if you place this arrow around 6 months from the observation of the off bloom, you find yourself in the middle of a non-promoting area. Furthermore, the single bud that grew into the spiral shoot we saw in that picture was just starting to grow, and it took more or less 3 months, up to here, to get that vegetative scaffold to grow. So all the molecular and developmental events that lead to the observation of actual functional flowers occur during the summer and mid-fall. No winter necessary. If you imagine this red line separating the events that happen in mature leaves and in meristems, like lateral or apical buds, above the line, then I can tell you that you need the lower yellow square first to produce a tiny protein called the FT protein to travel from leaves to buds in order to trigger the upper yellow square into making flowers inside those buds. Turns out, sorry about this one, that much more is known, and even this information is 10 years old. So there's more than this, but the point is that the process of making flowers is complex, but if you boil it down to the minimum, that is the trip of the FT protein, there are many pathways that trigger the FT gene to produce that protein in the leaves, and only one of them is the related to the need of a cold period, the one in blue. If that was the only pathway present in the avocado physiology, then the crazy flowers will not exist. But they do, and the fact that we give them names like off or crazy is what leaves us behind the actual plasticity that avocados have to offer. In practice, it's through breeding programs that we can guide this kind of avocado adaptability into groups of elite avocado varieties that will open up new locations and different management systems to expand the avocado commercial production.